Caleb, obviously a game you guys had a pretty good handle on throughout, but you know, games turn on one play. How important was it to have video review make the correct call there?
Well, I don't know, because we didn't get the benefit of it on the second one. But I think, yeah, it helped, honestly. In that moment, going down 2-1 versus staying at 1-1, you know, that was a key, I think, moment in the match. But again, I thought also another key moment would have been if we went up 3-1. So that was disappointing.
What did you think of the team's overall performance?
Pretty good. I think better first half than second. Glad we were able to close out the game. You know, no matter how the game goes, you're always going to have to make plays at the end of games to close it out. And you know, Jake came up with a good save. I thought a few other guys made some good defensive plays and moments, and so that was pleasing. I thought we still had enough, you know, counterattacks to even make it the margin bigger. But we made it 2, which was a real positive, versus keeping it at 1, and then the last 10 minutes, if it's a 1-goal margin, gets even more nervier. So I think that was a real key. You know, people always ask, well, how do you close out games better? Well, you score another goal. It's the best way. And in the past, that's what we've done. So we wanted to stay on the front foot, and we wanted to create a 2-goal margin, which we did. I still think we can play a little bit better with the ball in that second half. You know, the stats show that. Part of that's natural flow as well. The subs, you know, made a difference, I think, for them with Dos Santos coming in. He's a good player. You know, so I think that gave him a little bit more possession, but you know, they didn't create a ton of clear chances. So I thought, even though we wanted to have a bit more of the ball, we managed our lines really well in the second half.
Yeah, you go up early, and really for the first 5 minutes, you even had another on what was a close offside call called off. It looked like there was one team on the field, and then they come back and not only get the one, but also get the other one that was ultimately nullified by VAR. Does that sort of reaction to scoring the first goal and not sort of taking the game sort of really by the horns at that point concern you?
I don't think it had anything to do with anything other than they scored on a counterattack out of nowhere. You know, so I thought we were, like you said, completely in control in the first 10 minutes, dominating the game, and you know, it's not like all of a sudden we dropped off or anything. There was no, you know, mental shift or tactical shift in what we were doing. They hit us on one counterattack, and goals change games. You know, so obviously they score the goal off a counter. You know, and then from there, I thought for the next 10 minutes we were a bit emotional. And that happens here. It happens here because our fans are emotional. And when things are good, it plays in a positive way. Sometimes when things aren't good, it plays a little bit into a negative way. So, but then I thought we managed that period after those 10 minutes really well. And I thought, you know, to close the half out, we were back to playing the way we were playing to start the game. But I think the only thing that changed the game was one through ball and a goal. It should have been a goal. You know, ultimately, I think we've got to manage that better. Those 2 moments, you know, ball behind, and then for me the angles. I think a difficult angle.
Caleb, what was it like to have a full roster to choose from?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I'm sure people will say, "Wow, you know, they're, you know, back playing the way they're playing. You know, what's the change?" We're healthy. You know, we're healthy, and so, you know, we have. You know, we are a different team with Reggie in the lineup. You know, you can't see that, you're blind. And we are a different team with Reggie in the lineup. Leadership-wise, defensively, on the ball, we're a different team with Nagby in the lineup. You know, we're a different team with Guzman and Chara paired together. We can grind results without those guys. We're a team, and the depth guys are still good players. We can come up with plans to, you know, win games, but you know, we can play more dominantly and more aggressively when we have, you know, all our pieces, top pieces together. And I think, you know, that showed for most of the first half and some good periods in the second half, but we also lost some guys in the second half, you know, so I think that played in. And they made some subs and added some guys that gave them a bump. But I think for periods you saw us playing aggressively again, which is what we prefer to do.
Any update on Audie? What's his injury?
Yeah, I don't know on either guy. You know, obviously I had a quick chat with both of them when they came off the pitch and after the game, and you know, neither one seemed too serious, but we'll know more, you know, tomorrow. I think both of those guys were just trying to be smart. That's my hope, at least.
Did Rizwell and Bobby Ollie get a lot of time in training? How much time together had they trained before playing today?
Yeah, all week. So they trained all week together. You know, I think they're going to be a very good pairing. You know, quietly, Mabiala's had a really good run of games. He makes a lot of plays that go unnoticed. You know, defensive plays where he steps and tackles and head, you know, balls in the air, and that's what we wanted out of him. So we know we have some good options. You know, we know we've played without Reggie all year, and if we have to do it again, we'll do it. But we're definitely a different team on both sides of the ball with him in there.
Anybody else? Thanks, everyone.